Aloha, one and all. Welcome to another episode of Why Travel Talk. How are you all doing today? Looks like we have about 40 people already online here. Glad to see you. Let's do a couple of shout outs. Then we're going to do just very few current event mentions because we have a special guest that has limited time and I want to make the most of every second of it. Mary Kay, good to see you. And Ken, aloha. And Elsie Martin and Lisa, Kathy Martinez, hopefully you're doing wonderful. Vivian, good to see you. John, hey, why are you here? All right, John. John's one of the main reasons why our guest is on here today, along with Godmother right there. Janet, good to see you. Aussie Nightmare, good to see you. Judy, aloha. Shane, I knew you wouldn't miss this as well. Valentini, hopefully the pickleball game is picking up. Jenny, Mr. In Between, good to see you. Good to see you guys. All right, so there are only this part of the year. We're not going to get into many details of current events coming up. There's going to be one really cool street festival in Kalakaua the last week in September. It's the Oahu Festival. And then October, November, December, there's actually almost too many events to mention, but there's a lot of festivals for the fall season, Oktoberfest, for the holidays, the Christmas lighting of the ornaments. There's just a lot of those. And one of our other Hawaii travel talks, we'll get into more details. We'll talk about as October, November approaches. But I really want to focus on our guest today. And man, I don't think we've had somebody requested so many times to be on the show and had some really good endorsements on the man's service. His name is Wayde Fishman. And let me do my best to try and give you the list of this dude's resume. My goodness. Okay. Wayde is a radio show and podcast host, a lifestyle brand designer. The name of his podcast, by the way, if you want to make a note of it, is The Aloha Life. And we'll find out from Wayde where we can actually go and watch that. He's the founder of Off the Grid Hawaii consulting firm. He's a co-founder. This is a thing. I mean, I love that he does the tours. But this is one of my favorite things that he does. He is a co-founder and president of 808 Cleanups. You guys know I cannot stop praising the job that those people do. They do some of the best of the worst work, if you know what I mean. He is also the founder and master travel guide of Wayde's World Hawaii. But what he's going to be talking about mostly today is going to be his Hawaii specialty Jeep tours. So without further ado, let's bring on Wayde. Ta-da! Fit
Aloha.
Wayde, how's it going, my friend?
Great, man. How you doing?
Doing very good, very good. Thank you very much for joining us today. I do appreciate it.
Welcome.
Let me get your name up there. All right, all right. So I know there are a few people on here that are really happy that you're here. Janet is one of them.
Aloha,
The Hay
Janet.
one. Yeah.
Is
So
Linda on? John and Linda?
yeah, John and
Oh,
Lynn
right
both.
on, right on.
Yeah, yeah. So, dude, where do you have the time? Where do you have the time to do all this stuff? Because I see 808 cleanups out all the time. I hear about you doing the Jeep tours. Where do you have the time?
Yeah, well, I don't have the time. I'm literally busy from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day, and
I
come
know
home,
that.
shower, go to bed, and here comes the next day. But yeah, 808
Yeah.
Cleanup has been a great success. But see, we only started with like 5 people, and now we have 10,000. So
How many?
10,000.
Wow.
Volunteers. Volunteers that clean and adopt sites all around Hawaii. So now I don't have to do as much work when it comes to that because we've built up this amazing group of people.
Well, just because you mentioned it, I didn't want to start off with that, but I personally do. But I know they want to talk about the Jeep tours. But
yeah, whatever. Yeah.
My friend, I have seen your people clean up the worst of the worst of the worst stuff.
Oh yeah.
And just out there happy, and there's music playing, and you guys have lunches and meals out there. You did a cleanup one time that I saw quite a few of them, but one was on the like the canal shores where the homeless were, and there were tents and
Oh,
tires and bikes. And I mean, there were, and I walk by there all the time saying, man, why doesn't someone clean that up? And I mean, it was probably a month or so later. I saw your
yeah.
beautiful orange shirts. I saw there was like a little buffet of food up there, and you guys were pulling up cans of oil
No.
and bike parts, and it's terrible, but it's great that you guys are there doing it. If you guys, it's volunteer. Can people volunteer now, or
Yeah, anybody can volunteer, and even when you're on vacation, you can come out and volunteer with us as well. You just go to 808cleanups.org,
yeah, it's
and
right there.
you just sign up, and you can join a cleanup while you're on vacation. I think everybody should do that. I think everyone that loves Hawaii should get involved in doing things like that. And
What a way to pay back.
yeah, one way to pay back, which we really
Yeah, yeah,
appreciate that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I mean,
So
you guys did the cleanup on one side of the Diamond Head Lookout that had trees that had fallen down, and I don't know why the city didn't do something about it, but you guys came in, cut it up, and the one thing that stood out so much, I mentioned this on a couple of our streams. A couple of things that stood out
the
was
homeless
that you
people
didn't
there are
just,
bad. The
though it's
homeless,
horrible.
woo.
One of the things you did was you didn't just chop up the wood and just throw it in a pile. You stripped the wood and cut some of the wood up to be logs for firewood, and people were just coming up to take it if they wanted it. But you also had the trash on the other side. I thought that was such a small detail, but incredibly, incredibly thoughtful.
Yeah, I mean, see, there is a connection between 808 cleanups and Hawaii Jeep and Specialty Tours. You want to hear that real quick?
Oh, what 100%. Go lay it on us.
Because it brings it together. When we started the Jeep tour company, it started as Wade's World Hawaii, and then we switched it to Hawaii Jeep and Specialty Tours. And
Okay.
we've been doing this for almost 20 years now. I was really getting tired of explaining to guests why there's trash everywhere.
Oh,
And
gee.
I got so sick and tired of it that me and my guests were cleaning up trash while we were on tour. And I said, you know what? Something needs to be done about this. And that's how 808 cleanups began.
So how long did you have specialty Jeep tours before you
We've had
started 808?
we've had specialty Jeep tours since, let's see, I would say we started 808 cleanups a year or two after the Jeep tours. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't deal with. I wasn't for someone who lives in Hawaii, who's been living in Hawaii for 30 years, and who's been coming to Hawaii since I was 7 years old every year, because my parents had a timeshare here. I was embarrassed. I was disgusted with the fact that I had to explain to guests who love Hawaii and think it's so beautiful why there's trash everywhere. And I
Right.
didn't want to explain myself anymore. So I said, I'm going to change that, and I'm going to do something about it. So that's where 808 cleanups came into this. And we've been doing it
Well,
for 808 cleanups for over a decade now.
I feel kind of bad. I mean, I do the absolute minimum. I pick up trash, and people that hear me do or watch us do the walk around live streams, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. That and
Yeah.
scooters on the sidewalk, but that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
I wish you could do something about that.
And the noise,
But
But the noise thing
yeah,
is going to an effect soon. So everybody in Waikiki is not going to have to listen to that anymore.
the noise abatement, you're right.
It's
The
yeah,
noise abatement is going to be
yeah.
good. Yeah.
We were happy about
Um,
that.
I just I can't believe and it's not, I mean, let's be very honest. It's not just visitors. As a matter of fact, a lot of times it's residents that do, because none of the residents are dropping off motorbikes and camping tents and throwing mattresses over into the canal.
Oh, we find out exactly who's doing it. And I'll tell you, it's a 50-50 right now.
Oh yeah.
And you can tell, honestly, because we've been doing this for a while. You can tell when certain trash is left, whether it's vacationing
Yes.
or
Yep.
locals.
Yep.
We find Heineken bottles everywhere, and we all know who does that.
Australians.
Hawaiians.
Yes. Yeah. It's
So
bad. It's bad because you get, I mean, also, when you get out on outer parts of the island, when you get on the outer edges, I mean, that's really where tourists are. They're on the coastline, but when you get the crossover in the middle of the island and you see cars that are abandoned and car engines on the side of the street and just trash piled up on the sides of houses and mattresses and coolers, It's not the tourists that drive out there and throw that off, and it's just maddening to me. Maddening.
Did you notice though that we have not seen as many cars on the side of the road
Um,
on Oahu?
I have not noticed any fewer, to be honest.
I say 808 cleanup has contributed to that. We've worked with the state and have made some different changes in the rules and laws. And so I would say about the cars on the sides of the roads about cut in half since we did all that.
I'm
So
telling you, if you did
it's been a big
nothing else,
improvement.
if you did nothing else, Wade, that's the best thing ever. I mean, and we could get off. As a matter of fact, I'd probably like to have you come on another time. Let's talk about just on 808 cleanups,
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's so much that
Mhm.
dovetails with that. Recycling.
Oh, yeah.
How can people do a better job recycling? I think that the job they do here is terrible, and they have such a unique opportunity to do so much better with recycling in Hawaii.
They do. As we're trying to work with them to use and burn it off for methane gases so we can have energy supply from it right now. So that's one of the things we're doing too. So, I mean, we work in legislature, we work with everything. Whether you guys think it's a good or a bad idea, we helped push getting rid of the plastic straws and the foam containers for plate lunches and stuff. I'm sorry, but we
looks
worked
like
on
we got he froze up. You
that.
may be there.
Am I there?
Oh, he's buffering. Oh, there you are. Okay, you buffered there for a second. Okay, all right. Good.
I got good internet. I don't know what's going on.
They're listening to you.
Okay. All right.
The lobbyists are listening.
So we helped get rid of the straws and all the plastic stuff and get rid of the plastic bags. And now we just pretty much use paper, or you got to bring your own now. And 808 cleanups we made recyclable bags for the grocery stores. So
that's excellent.
Yeah,
that's excellent to hear.
But Hawaii's a lot cleaner than it used to be a decade ago. So, and we're coming up.
Oh, for sure.
And at the end of September, we are going to have a big celebration. We would have collected 1 million pounds of trash.
Oh my gosh! And when do you think that's going to happen?
I would say between September 17th and the 27th, and we're going to have a big get together. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be. Please let me know about that. We'll live stream it and do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Words out. Yeah,
I never thought we'd reach that. I don't know if that's a good number or a bad number.
you know what? You're right. You're right. You wish it was 25 pounds.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much that's interconnected. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but it's so interesting. But it's so interconnected with the politics of the homeless and the remnants of the homeless and the byproducts of them leaving and being moved out and not helping. And it's almost like an evil cycle that if you could stop the homeless issue and stop the trash left behind, but it's a cycle. You know, do you find, Wade, that you clean up the same spot over and over again or multiple times, or no?
Well, we know who's producing the most trash. It's the homeless.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you know, at that point, you know, whether it's mental illness or whether they've given up on life that they don't care about throwing trash around. And I would say the most locations where we go again and again and again are those homeless places. But the state moves them around. You know, they go over, they clean it up, they get rid of it, and then a month later, the homeless go right back there, and we have to do it again. So it's a cycle that keeps happening. And I mean, we have some ideas of solutions, but this state listening to those solutions, I'm sorry, but I don't know if they will. You know.
Yeah, I get it. We'll have dinner sometime, but we'll maybe do a rap session and do a live stream if people want to listen to it. But I can tell you example after example where people that I know that had folding money, green money to bring about $50 million onto projects here in Hawaii, and they just flat out said no permits are available.
We did too. We wanted to build tiny home communities, and instead they want to build high-rise $1 million condos.
Well,
why?
Well, you'll know this project, Wade. You'll know this project. I don't want to say the year it was, but you'll know the project. There are 5 buildings on Kapiolani, right on the backside of the Alawai. 5 buildings on the east side. One was burnt out. I mean, burnt. Like it caught on fire. They put it out on fire. They didn't tear it down. A friend of mine went with 4 different people, and there were 3 Hawaiian companies and him. All the companies needed funding. One company had never done this job before. My friend brought $50 million. He put $10 million in escrow. He was the only one that had over 25 years experience doing exactly that same thing.
Yeah.
Uh, he was the only one that came with the deposit, and he had full funding. It was all escrowed in an account. Uh, he turned them all down. They gave it to they did not officially award it, but what they ended up doing was nothing. And you know where those 5 buildings are right now? I'll drive you by them, and
Yeah.
that was a long time ago.
Well, I mean,
And
you
he
know the
said, "I'm
term.
not doing it."
Yeah. Do you know the term "the good old boys," right?
Yeah, I do.
It's so crazy here, the good old boys. They
Yeah,
pretty much
yeah.
control and run everything. So
All right.
you can only
Well,
get so
all
much
right.
through.
Well, I think we probably bored everybody to death, but I
No.
that's very, very important to me. That's very, very important to me.
Let me talk
All
about
right.
one more
So
thing. Let me talk about one more
yes,
thing.
yes, yeah, yeah. Of
Now,
course, dude, it's
you
your
you
show.
you know the end of Sandy Beach, right? It's the Kaiwi
Yep.
Coast.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, did you know they were going to build a condo complex there in that beautiful area, all the way up to Pele's
Ooh.
Chair?
Ooh. Ooh.
Did you know
No, I
that?
did not know that.
Okay,
No,
so we worked
that
with
would
the
have been
state.
horrible.
We worked with the state, and we bought all that land.
Oh, did you?
And now it
Nice.
will be untouched for the rest of history. And we control that whole entire area, 808 cleanups. We take care of it every single day. So
Oh, that is amazing.
so
That
you
is
might want
amazing.
to go. You might want to
Wade,
go
say
down
that
there and
again.
check it out.
Say that again. Say the location, because I want them to know where it is. It's out there by at this end of Sandy Beach.
Yeah, it's at the end at Sandy Beach. It's the Kaiwi Coast. So it goes from the end of Sandy's all the way to Pele's Chair. That whole entire
Right.
coastline and all the way up to the Hawaii Kai Golf Course. That land was all bought out by us and the state, and now they're no longer going to ever be able to build on that. And we've also taken it and created a hiking trail, 808 cleanups. So please, if you can bring the dog out there, you can bring anybody out there. It's a beautiful hiking trail, and we've made it beautiful. We removed all the invasives, and we've planted all indigenous species, and we're still doing it today.
Oh, that's excellent. Wait, that's amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah,
And
it's a beautiful little
Pele's
hike.
Chair is that, if you guys are there, where some of you will know this, on the Blue Line tour for the Waikiki trolley, it takes you right past that. They'll point out Pele's Chair, but just imagine when you take that Blue Line next time. They're going to they would put a resort out there, and Wade stopped that. Wade, absolutely fantastic. I love that.
And that's connected to the Makapu'u Lighthouse Trail, so you can do that and go all the way down to Pele's Chair as well. So, and it's got a private beach down there. It's very beautiful.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. All right, so let's get into why everybody's here. I don't think we bored anybody. I think they were happy to hear that. That's such an awesome job.
Yeah.
So I can tell by your accent you're from Texas.
I thought you were being serious for 1 second.
You're like, dude, did you not see my hat? So how long have you been in Hawaii, and what in the world brought you all the way from Boston to Hawaii?
Well, I've been here for 30 years now, and I pretty much traveled the world before I came here when I was in college, and then finally made my way out to Hawaii. But I've been coming to Hawaii since I was 7 years old. The first thing I did in Hawaii is we went on the cruise on the USS Independence, which is under the ocean now. But
yeah,
if you guys knew about that ship, but yeah, so that was the first vacation we took, and then my parents ended up getting a timeshare, and we've been coming out every year since. And then after college, I decided, you know what, that's where I want to be. I had a real close interaction on the Big Island at Honolulu with the, Honu sea turtles. And that moment when I had that interaction with them in the water, it was just, that's it. I'm coming back here one day. And I was only 7 years old then, and I said, I'm going to move here one day.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yeah, so after college, I came out here. I worked as a designer for a while, and then 9/11 happened. And I started to slowly move over to more like the tour business and things like that, and 808 cleanups and all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, what was it that made you want to start a tour company? I mean, even back then, there's a saturation for it now, but even back then, what made you say, you know what, I'm going to take on all these different tour companies, and I could do something different? Because
exactly
what?
Of course, me and my family were going on tours, and we were going on. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't want to bang everybody, upset anyone, but when you go on a big bus that takes 70 people, we all know how that works. They're paid to go to certain places. They go to certain places, and
Yep.
you don't really get to see the beauty in the places where the locals go and enjoy Hawaii. And I wanted to create a tour company that's very personal and very private. And it's very small groups of like 4 people or 4 to 6 people, and go to places where like locals like to go. But we wanted to be ghosts. You know what I mean? We don't want to. It's a big difference when 4 people show up on the beach and when 70 people show on the beach. It's very disruptive, and that was one of the main
Yes.
things that I
Yeah.
had. I do not want to run a tour company that's disruptive and disrupts the local population. And that's basically what it was focused on. And we want to take in the guests of what they want to do. We want to see this. We saw this on TV. You know, we want to go to that place, or can we go
Mhm.
there? We don't know how to get there. And so pretty much we go to everywhere no one else goes. And honestly, if you look up our tours, we have locations because that's a requirement to put. But
Right.
a lot of them, we don't write down where we go because we don't want
Right.
other people to know where we go.
So that's where the specialty side of it comes in,
Oh
because
yeah, yeah,
you can say, I could call you up and say, "Hey, Wade, my wife and I and family want to go to see this type of thing, and for 8 hours," and you could put together a tour for us.
yeah. And
Is
then
that what you're?
the specialty part too is also, unlike I think most tours, and I honestly don't know who else that does it. You could start off the day as picking a typical Circle Island tour, and just like that, it could turn into a brewery or distillery tour, just on
Wow.
the fly. So
Yeah.
we don't do something to where, like, if the guests come in and yeah, maybe a year ago they said they wanted to do the Circle Island tour, but they're in Hawaii now. They mistakenly went on a tour to the North Shore already and didn't realize that's part of the tour that they're going to be doing with us. So we'll say, well, we won't do the North Shore again. We'll do a whole bunch of different things, and we'll add this, this, and this, and that'll happen during the day of the tour. So we
Mm.
can snap on a fly and do completely different things. We can put in the Buddhist temple. We can do this. We can do that. Like, we try not to do the things that we try not to do what all the other tourist things do. Like the Buddhist
Right.
temple, for instance, that's something pretty much everybody does. But if you want to do it, we can. But we'll replace it. We have things replaced with other things that people
I
don't know
see.
about. Like a lot of people, they go to Giovanni's because they hear about it, the shrimp. Well, we go to
Right.
we go to a better location that people don't know.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about us. We just change things up, and we're very personal. We keep in contact with all these people. We email them all the time. We talk to them on the phone, even when they're not on tour with us. And I would say the majority of people come back every other year with us, and they only go with us, and they praise us. So it's word of
I
mouth. A lot of our business has been word of mouth.
I would imagine that too, Wade. I can tell you that there. I mean, I don't want to talk about another tour company, but there are only two that I know of that are like that on Oahu. And you
Yeah.
guys, your methodology and your philosophy is very, very similar. One of the things you said, and we talked about this just recently, was that we going to Hawaii, because we're a big Facebook page, and we're talking about travel and visitors and things like that. And we get bashed by some of the other local groups saying, you just want to have 1,000 more tourists a day, and you just want them to make more. That's not, and I've said it many times.
That's
I
not
think
what
you
I
agree.
see. Yeah, that's not what I
I
see.
want fewer people. I want fewer people to spend more money, more in a more informed way. I want there to be smarter and more informed visitors, so they enjoy it more, so they can go and tell other people that, hey, Hawaii is much better than Waikiki. It's not just downtown Chinatown. What do you say about that?
Well, when it comes to tourism in Hawaii, you got to understand that Hawaii began its import and exports with sugarcane and pineapples a long time ago. That was their big thing. And once that started to go down, we barely have any sugarcane now except for rum production, pretty much liquor production. They had nowhere to go with
Exactly.
it. They had nowhere to go with it. So, like, what can we do? What is a quick fix to bring in that kind of sums of money quickly? And they said, oh, tourism. But they just cared about the tax revenue, bringing in all this business at
Yeah.
once. And they didn't really think about the fact that, honestly, Hawaii could be the agricultural hub of the entire planet. We can grow any
I
we
100% agree with that,
we can grow anything here all year.
and a
Are
lot
our
of it.
are our bananas not the best bananas in the world?
Yes,
I mean, are you
yes,
kidding me? No one on the mainland, unless you come to Hawaii, has tasted our bananas. And the Chiquita bananas that are coming up from Mexico, they have no taste and they have no clue what the difference is and what's produced here. Our avocados, they're the best in
yes,
the world.
they are
I mean,
100%.
we
They're
could be mass
massive.
we could be mass producing all this produce, even breadfruit, because breadfruit is a mass producer of imitation meat. I don't you know if you know that.
I did not know
Yes.
that.
Yeah, so it's one of the best producers of imitation meat if you're a vegetarian. And we're not doing anything. So if we were to go, and this is what we're working on right now with 808 cleanups, is becoming more of an agricultural state and moving away from tourism so we can have less visitors, but more educated visitors
And more money.
and more money.
More
Yes.
right.
But we're also going to be bringing a lot more money from exporting produce
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
import. I don't know. Do you know this? We import
Yes.
85%.
Yep. It's criminal.
Is
It's
it
absolutely criminal.
exactly? It's criminal.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
criminal. And
And the
yeah,
law, the name of the law is escaping me, where we have to go to the mainland and back, and
it's the Jones
it's
Act.
there you go. Yeah. It's just
The Jones Act is a death sentence for
this, but
Hawaii. If we could,
um
yeah,
my
if we,
background was working with
yeah,
hotel companies, not just here, but all over New York, Miami, Orlando, whatever. But we
yeah,
focused on Hawaii for 21 years. And we were a
mhm.
part of when they first started doing resort fees and, talking
Well,
about, charging extra taxes and extra fees to hotel guests. And then
yeah,
what was that money going to be used for? And what was that extra tax going to be used for? And it's just never been used in the right way, in my estimation. I
I
think
don't
they
know.
need a
Yeah,
local elected group of people that aren't straight politicians, um,
I agree.
to to do that.
No,
Did we lose him?
am I here? I should be here. I see
Oh,
myself moving
yeah,
around.
I see you. Yeah, yeah, there you are. There you are. But it's not like I'm saying we need a new bureaucratic group. I think we should get individual people, a couple blue collar workers, a couple of police, or so just a group of maybe an odd number group of people that could help manage or at least direct how some of those funds happen, because the
Well,
use of the
yeah.
funds right now are horrible.
Well,
Dude, let me
yeah. Go ahead.
how in the world can you take a fees that have gone up every single year, like a resort fee that started off at $19 for Hilton Hawaiian Village? I know because we put it on their website. Now it's $65. It's supposed to go to 75 in January. How do you take that money and can't take $5 of every one of those stays, put it into a fund from every hotel, and not have enough money to do everything? I think Hawaii should have the best education system. There should not be any bad roads. They should have the best recycling. What do you think?
I have a lot to say about that.
Well, let's hear it. Where it's on, it's
And
topical.
yeah, and we talk a lot about it in our podcast too all the time. You know, our last podcast we talked about was sustainable living and our food security problem. We have a huge food security problem. If we didn't have to, I mean, our grocery bills on average for one bag is over $100 when it should be 40 or 50. We could cut our
Correct.
grocery costs in half, get rid of the Jones Act. We could create our own non-profit shipping container company just internally to each other's islands and from Asia and to
Yeah, inner island.
California. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, inner island, but also to Asia because Asia loves produce from Hawaii, and then to California. And we could pretty much be running our own agricultural, you know, business
Yeah.
here.
What
And
do you know?
yeah,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
doing that honestly would lift up the homeless a lot because we would have more ability to help them and invest in them and get them off the streets and build more like tiny homes for them where they could spend $200, work them way up to back into it, getting jobs and things like that, getting them off their drugs. So we could take care of that problem through those things. And
Mhm.
when it comes to the costs of the hotels and everything, I can only tell you what I know from guests guests that were coming every year. Well, first of all, COVID really screwed things up. Our costs in Hawaii for hotels and everything has gone up 30%, 40% at least. So a lot of the people that we take out now that we see every year, since COVID, they say, oh, well, we can't come out next year. It's too expensive. So we're going to come out 2 years from now. So on average, instead of coming out every year and spending money in Hawaii, they're coming out every 3 years now. And that's not good. So I don't understand why the state is shooting themselves in the foot by saying, oh, welcome to Hawaii, aloha, give us your money. So they're charging people more and more to come here. That's not the aloha spirit.
No.
They want to dime them every way they can. From parking is $60 to $70 a night. I mean, come on, that's insane. Yeah. And then when you add up all the costs on the hotel room a night, what are you looking at? $50 to $100 extra a night on top with all the taxes and all the fees. So if you really think about it, the people who are coming to Hawaii are paying about, I would say on average, $100 to $200 extra than they should just on fees, taxes, parking, where they could be spending it on small businesses here.
Correct. Yeah, and they would spend it. If it's not like they'd save it, they would still spend it. Yeah, they would spend it.
Because they've told me, they've said, I wish I could spend it on the food trucks. I wish I could spend it at this restaurant. I don't have the money. I'm going to McDonald's. I mean, this is what it's coming down to. And it's the state shooting themselves in the foot on that. And I think eventually, and now they're going to, not that I have anything about being environmentally friendly, but on top of all that, that green tax is going to go into effect now, and then they're going to charge them for that. And then
that's the King Kong of bad ideas.
And then they wanted to charge you for getting off the airplane. They wanted to charge you a Hawaii fee of being privileged to come to Hawaii. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they're trying to do. If you're going to do that and tax a lot of people out of Hawaii, you better have a backup plan. And they don't have a backup plan. So I would say agriculture would be the backup plan, but they're not doing anything with that. It's too hard because you got to plant it, you got to put it in the ground, and I'll tell you the one reason why they're not doing it. Because it's a lot easier to build the $1 million condos that none of us will ever buy, and get the tax and property taxes from that. Because we all know farming and ag land doesn't produce any taxes; it only produces food for the local people. Yep. And they just seem not to care about that. But we need to do it. We need to do it.
It seems very obvious, and the question is, well, why don't they do it? Well, you're exactly right. That is exactly the reason.
Yeah, and it's like it's like a shot. It's like a shot of heroin. It fixes you up right away, but then you pay for it later.
Right.
I mean, that's the truth. That the state wants the funds and the taxes now so they can spend it, and they're not realizing that if they continue to take out agricultural land and they don't produce food. What happens if we were to get a Category 5 hurricane here?
Mm-hmm.
Like it would actually hit us. Well, we only have 3 days of food.
Yeah, we'd be out of luck. I actually I've been working on this paper for quite a while, and I actually just finished it, and I posted it, and it's going to post or publish on the Facebook page on Saturday. Yeah. And I know it's going to get a lot of people commenting negatively, but it basically says, what if 1 in 5 visitors stop coming to Hawaii? Because you get the disparity between the people that I mean, they've been saying this for a long time, but it got popular with the Maui residents saying, don't come to Hawaii because of the fires. And then it kind of spread a little bit. But then there was a whole bigger group, it seemed like, of Maui residents and employers and employees saying, wait, don't come to Lahaina, but come to Maui. I mean, and when there were so many people that didn't come, that stopped coming and didn't go to Maui, they went to Oahu. That was a kind of a wake-up call for how things would happen. And what I think a lot of the people locally, they saw what happened in COVID, and they kind of liked it. They said, I guess we could survive. It would not be the case if 1 in 5 people, if tourism went down 20%, look at some of the numbers that we pulled up on that report I've got. I'll send it to you. It's crazy.
Well, we're down in tourism now at least from our, we've seen, there's been times where we've been crazy where we're working every single day and we can't stop. That's not right now. So tourism is down.
Yeah.
And that's not just because it's low season. Low season is right now, and then all the way up to Christmas is going to be busy season. But we've seen it that when you combine slow season and the fact that tourism is just down. It's down a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
we've averaged during last year, we averaged anywhere from 20% to 40% down.
Ooh, wow.
I mean, it's happening. It just, and I have friends that work in the hotels, so they know the percentage that the hotels are filled at.
Yeah. Well,
So,
here's another problem. You're going some of the residents who are saying, enough tourism already, or no more tourists, or let's cut the tourism down. They're going to get what they ask for, and if they do, the solution isn't okay. All right, we messed up. Let's bring everybody back next year. The
now do you
average person
think
is what's that?
do you think the people who are saying, we don't, I don't want to say this, but go home, Howley.
Yeah.
Do you think that's mainly the Hawaiians themselves, or just the locals? What do
I
you
think
think?
it's a mixture. I think it's a
Yeah.
mixture of both, but I think it's a smaller group. I don't think it's the majority. I really don't.
So
I
how
think
about
it's a
this?
minority.
How about this? What happens if the Hawaiian tourism industry was actually giving Hawaiians a check every month for
That
tourism?
100% right. I agree with that 100%.
You don't think they'd be saying going home, Holly, would you?
That's exactly right. But that's what I'm saying. The infrastructure is not set up that way. And the
No.
problem they're going to run into is if they get their wish and if it keeps going down, it's not like they can all get together and say, you know what, we want everybody back. And then in one season it's back. It will take 3 to 5 years to even recoup what they lost.
Oh
And that's
yeah.
going to be a tough 3 to 5 years. A tough,
Yeah.
tough 3 to 5 years.
I think we need a
Yeah.
lot more. I think we need a lot more personal and private interactions with Hawaiians and good haoles
Mhm.
that take care of the
Yes.
island, protect the island, and work side by side with Hawaiians, like our tour
Right.
company does, and I know other tour companies do. And
Right.
the white tourism industry, they're $1 billion entity.
Oh,
I have
sure.
no idea, and you know what? I don't think any of the listeners here know this. The Hawaiians get zero. They get nothing. They get no money.
Yeah.
And if they were being giving monthly checks, even if it was $300 a month or $500 a month for all the
Right.
tourism, they would invite tourists here. They would invite
Mhm.
guests here, and they would probably want to start their own tour companies where they can actually get
Right.
involved. They will bring you to their home. They will do luau's with you right in their backyards. They will do things like that where you can
That is
actually
good. Yeah.
when you
They
can
would be
actually
better ambassadors.
absolutely. Like what is wrong here? Like, I mean, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm not in legislature, but even I can see this.
Yeah.
And it just makes no sense to me. So I mean, I think we need to get the Hawaiians involved more. But I think they've become so. And by the way, just so everybody knows, Hawaiians do not want you coming here. Their anger comes from within Hawaii, within the state, within the people running Hawaii. It's not against you ever. It's honestly not. Their main issue is probably with the military and with the way the state's being run. If they were being
I
given
agree with
checks,
that
if they were
100%.
being given checks, if they were being shown some respect, if they were saying, we appreciate that people can come to Hawaii and we appreciate you for allowing it to happen, they would have a completely different sense, a different
Right.
feeling on what's going on here. And they're not brought in. The local Hawaiians are not brought in to say, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? They don't ask for much. They can take care of
Right.
themselves. But if you did
Yeah.
that, that would be a lot better.
Well, a lot of the problems or some of the challenges and things that I hear echoed often is that all the money is being generated by these companies that send the money to the mainland and their hotel companies, and that is in part a tiny, tiny part of our. I mean, that is a big part of it, but that's not the problem. The problem is that the part of the money that comes here that should be going to the individuals is not coming down the line. It's just not. I think a part of that resort fee, if every person who came here, and I think if you ask everybody on here, would you pay an extra dollar for every visit or $5 for every visit? Not every day, but $5 for every visit, and that went into some sort of a magical fund. And I know it's all very fantasy, but just imagine that. Imagine if it could magically go into a fund, and that fund was managed by local Hawaiians and maybe one politician and maybe one you know person of influence. And there's a lot of Hawaiian influencers that are, I mean,
Oh
true
yeah.
influencers, not YouTube. And then let them dictate how that money is spent. And I guarantee you that money would go to education. having the best food, having the best, prices, lower prices, and that part, the system that you're just talking about with the agricultural, I guarantee you that would be a big part of it,
Well,
and it should be.
we're in the school systems right now, and with the nonprofit, and we're looking at the kids finding spots within the grounds to grow their own crops and be able to supplement some of that food with their lunches. Because right now, the lunches that they're having, they're garbage. They're coming from the mainland. A lot of it's high in sodium and fat, and it's not nutritional.
Yep.
Why not grow your own crops, learn where your food is coming from, and the kids can learn from a early age that farming and having a garden is cool. I mean, it's something
Yes.
that the kids should be doing. So we're working on that right now. So hopefully we'll have little gardens growing in the school systems.
Oh man,
And
that'd be awesome.
yeah, yeah, and from there we'll be able to hopefully, bring farmers back to Hawaii with the kids, because that's what we're doing right now with 808 cleanups too, is we're getting the kids involved when they're young with their parents, and we're going into the
Yeah.
school systems and educating them on, sustainable living in Hawaii. And, so when we're gone, the new generation of these kids are going to
Yeah.
be able to know what they're supposed to be doing. And hopefully then eventually they will get into office and they will see and do what they learned as they grew, and then implement that stuff in the future. We hope. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
Well,
You just
there
can't.
needs to be
Greed
a
can't take
massive
over.
change.
That's the problem. The what? What?
There needs to be a massive, massive change in
I
the
know.
politics and leadership. And I tell you what, I mean, where I see a lot of of issues that are going to cause issues for years and years to come is the educational system here. They don't teach a strong entrepreneurial spirit. They don't.
Well, yeah, they don't. You there? I lost you.
The power
There you are.
company,
Yeah.
you're going to work for it. You're going to work for them, and it's just historical employment, and I think it's terrible.
Well, overall schooling, when later on in high school and then into college, they always teach you to work for somebody else, not for yourself. And I had the mentality since I was young
Yep.
that I want to work for myself, because honestly, I don't like being told what to do. So,
Well,
so
I'm
I
glad
said,
you didn't work for someone else. Look at
yeah,
all the things you wouldn't have. Yeah.
exactly. But that's the
Uh,
problem. Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, let's talk about something else on your podcast, because I could do
Yeah.
this with you for hours.
Yeah.
I actually do want to have you come back, because I think you have a lot to share and talk about.
Yeah.
But
Right on.
let's talk a little bit about your podcast, The Aloha Life. What's that, and what's that about, and where can we see it?
Yeah. So you can go to livingthealohalife.com. And we have a lifestyle brand of clothing on there and everything that has everything to do with Hawaii, and it's all made here. So unlike most companies that produce in China and everything, I although you spend a little more money, the thing is, it's made, it's designed and made in Hawaii. So that's a good thing. And then
That's excellent.
yeah, and then on the podcast itself, we're on iHeart Radio, we're on iTunes. We're trying to get a gig with Spotify, but we're trying to do an advertising deal, so we're going to get paid to go on
Okay.
Spotify. So that's why we're not on there yet. We're in contract right now, so we're working on that. But it's pretty much, well, we're the most listened to podcast around the world when it comes to Hawaii, not internally. It's all external. So outside Hawaii, everybody listens to us. But we talk
Excellent. How
about,
many listeners do you have?
well, we have 10,000 downloads a month. So
very good.
I would say, I don't know, hundreds of thousands. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. And it's
A lot.
the Aloha Life on iTunes.
Yeah, the Aloha Life, or Living the Aloha Life.
Living the Aloha Life.
If you just
Okay.
if you were to do a Google, if you go to Google and just type in the Aloha Life, you'll find us. You'll find our clothing line. You'll find everything about us and where you can listen. Yeah. But our podcast is mostly about what's going on in Hawaii, because you might not know what's going on every day here. We're kind of like a little newspaper. And then we talk about vacationing Hawaii. We talk about living in Hawaii if you're already here, and then we talk about moving to Hawaii. Now that's where we get the most blowback.
I bet you do. I bet you did.
It has really come down to it now. Do we talk about this? Do we tell people? Because a lot of people have moved here, and it really takes a special kind of person to move to Hawaii. It's not an easy thing to do, and most people fail. But at least you tried.
Yeah.
And but when you start talking about and telling people all the secrets or how to get around it, how to move to Hawaii, where to go, where to shop, how to survive, some people here don't like that. And you know what? Honest to God, I'm starting to change my feelings on that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
something.
How so? How so?
Well, because people are
Do you
starting
want
to
to
cramp.
say?
People are starting to cramp me out. I'm like, I don't like it now. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. I've seen like,
Now it's happening
it's.
to me.
Do you hear what I'm saying? It's just like I'm causing
Yeah.
the problem. I don't want these people here either.
Yeah.
So
These
I'm
people.
exactly these people, like those mainlanders, those damn mainlanders.
Australians mostly. I get it. I get it. I know what you mean.
But I'm like sitting here
Australians.
going, like how, like, let me sit back, let me take a breather. And what am I contributing to? Am I contributing positively when it comes down to it? Anytime I do something when it's related to Hawaii, I sit here, am I contributing positively to Hawaii? When it comes to 808 cleanups, yes. But telling people to move here blindly, I don't know. Now, if you know me personally, you know everything that I do is for Hawaii. But telling people how to move here, when to move here, and everything, is that a positive or a negative thing? What I've seen, and the truth is people are leaving Oahu, and they're either deciding because they can't afford to live here anymore, and they're deciding to either to go to the typical place, which is Nevada, Vegas, or they're going to Arizona, or they're going to Texas. Some go to
Right.
California, but that's too expensive too now. So,
Yeah, not many.
Or are they going to Big Island?
There's a lot
People
of space there.
people on the Big Island don't want you there.
They do not.
And the reason why
They
they
do not.
don't, because they like the way it is right now. And in Hawaii, Hawaii does not like change. I'll be surprised if anybody ever takes that rail. It may take a decade for people to go on it when it's done.
They're never going to go on that rail. Have you been on it? It's a
We could
joke.
get
It runs.
we could get very political about the rail because it's a I don't know if you can swear on here, but I will go off on that. I mean, it's a disaster.
You can. It's the biggest. It's worse. It's worse than the rail from Vegas to LA because they did it. They did the one here, and it's a joke. It doesn't go anywhere.
Did you ever hear
Did
you ever hear the Big Dig in Boston?
Yes,
I
know
it's
exactly what you're talking
okay,
about.
well, that was a disaster.
Yeah.
Okay,
It went over budget, I heard.
Oh my God, by billions. And just like
7
Hawaii.
billion.
Yeah, so Hawaii is what, 12 billion in debt now from that? I mean, and by the time it gets done, it may be even more in debt. And Oahu is the only island, county of Honolulu is the only area that's paying the higher taxes for it.
Yeah.
I cannot believe the state wanted to charge every island for the rail.
Right. Yeah.
They're not even using it.
I saw all the different plans they had. So it was crazy.
So that's a mess.
Yeah.
So,
but
so the Big Island thing. Yeah, so people are moving to the Big Island, and they just want to have it the way it was. They want to have, they don't want everyone. They don't want neighbors. They're very happy and peaceful. I'm moving to the Big Island.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, when are you going to do that?
Well, I'm going to retire there. So, because I looked at it, I estimated, how much money do I have in retirement, and can I survive 30 more years on retirement on Oahu? The answer is no. So the idea would be to live off grid, and that's why I write books on living off grid in Hawaii. And I'm pretty much just going to read my own book and do it.
Actually, you know what? That brings up a question, guys. I promise we'll talk about specialty Jeep tours again before we leave. But tell me about those ebooks, because you were telling me about those, and man, they sound really interesting. But I had no idea you did that. But go right ahead and tell us.
Yeah, well, livingoffgridinhawaii.com, and you can just look up Living Off Grid in Hawaii. You'll find me. But I do ebooks on it, and I'm actually working on a revised 2026 edition that'll be released next year, because lots of things have changed since the last book I wrote. But yeah, now the main reason I wanted to bring Hawaii back into it, the apua'as and how they sustain and do agriculture and all that, and how you can do the same thing the Hawaiians did a long time ago. But if you're this is really what it was for. It's for the people in Oahu. We know how many people we know how much Kanaka Maoli are leaving. That's Hawaiians, by the way. We know how much Kanaka Maoli are leaving Hawaii all the time, and they're going to Vegas and they're going to places, and we're losing. Okay. I always say, no Hawaiians, no aloha. They're the ones that brought it here. They're the ones that have it. Once they're gone, the aloha is going to go. And if you don't think aloha is leaving Oahu, you're kidding. Have you not seen that over the last 30 years?
Yes, yes. Oh, yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay. So we don't want Hawaiians leaving. We don't want Hawaiians leaving Hawaii. So I really was originally writing it for Hawaiians to make sure they stay here. And I was giving them ideas because they've lost their culture. They've lost the way they grow crops and the way their ancestors lived. A lot of them have. And I was trying to teach them how to do that. And if anything, the worst case scenario would be move to the Big Island and live like this off grid in Hawaii. And you could do it. And so my idea is to keep as many Hawaiians here and as many as people who were born here in Hawaii to ensure that they don't leave. Because once, more and more locals leave and Hawaiians leave, we're losing that aloha here. And that's not good. And we have so many foreigners moving into Hawaii right now. I mean, look at Kaka'ako. What is happening over there?
That's like that's like Union Square.
Yeah, and I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but do you go by there around 4, 5, 6 o'clock at evening and smell that air?
Yeah,
it's disgusting. And that's because that's because they're building buildings too fast, and they're not putting in the foundation of the septic systems in time. And I don't want to get into more about that, but they're not doing it right.
Right. That's different than what I thought you were talking about. But yeah, I do know that too. I do know that too.
Yeah.
I thought you're saying something.
Yeah.
Else.
So they're not doing that right. But I've never seen. Now, what was crazy is when I moved here, when we came in from the airport, when I first moved here, you could see Diamond Head. You can't see Diamond Head anymore.
No.
And that's really scary. Yeah, that's scary to me because there's so many high rises now that it's completely changed the landscape. Yeah. And when you change the
No, go ahead.
Yeah, when you change the landscape, you change the airflow, you change where the sun shows. These are horrible things that the Hawaiians have to look at every day. I don't like looking at it. I don't like seeing the change of the landscape and stuff. So, but so people have pretty much given up, the local people have given up on, I can't live here. A new home costs $1 million. I'm never going to be able to afford that. Can I still stay in Hawaii and manage to live here? And probably the Big Island is all that's left. Maui, as you know, has gone above Oahu now. Maui's more expensive than Oahu. So really, you only have two options. You can move to Kauai, which is still relatively expensive, but not as expensive. And then you get the Big Island, which is still relatively affordable.
Right. So, but there's a lot less space on Kauai.
There's a lot. Exactly. So more than likely, we're seeing a trend that people are not leaving Hawaii, but they're moving to the Big Island. And if more and more people, right now the land is still affordable, but what happens if more and more and more and more people move to the Big Island? The land costs are going to go up.
And the food costs. I mean, like you said about produce, if something's not done, it's going to be untenable. You just can't. It won't be able to be managed.
That's why if you move to the Big Island, you got to learn how to grow aquaponics. You got to learn how to grow your own crops, and it's pretty easy. I mean, especially if you're on Hilo side, because the weather's pretty much perfect for the growing of crops. So you don't really have to.
You talk about that in your book.
Yes, I talk about all that. Yeah, I talk about the elevation, where you can grow coffee, where you can grow cacao, where you can grow different crops, how to create aquaponics, how to grow lettuce and fish at the same time in your backyard. So yeah, we talk about all that stuff.
Wow.
Oh yeah. So
and where do we get those books? Where do we get those?
livingoffgridinhawaii.com. It's a downloadable book.
livingoffgridinhawaii.com.
Yeah. And honestly,
guys, I'll put that in the notes when I do the post. I'll put those in the notes for you guys.
Honestly, I'll tell everybody right now, wait till my new edition comes out next year, because my last one was 2018, so it's a little older. A lot of things have changed in a few years.
A lot of technology has changed.
Yeah, AI wasn't out back in 2018. And, COVID didn't happen back then. So a lot of things have changed since then. So I'd wait for next year's, but at least, maybe bookmark the site and then download it next year. But, so I've been trying to finish that, redo that edition. And I'm just trying to help as many people as I can because I love Hawaii so much. And I've been, one time I was on the brink of homelessness. After
Mm.
9/11, we all lost our jobs. My business went under. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had to live with my friend for a little while until I got back on my feet. So I understand, like, things can just snap and change like that.
Oh,
So
I know. I
yeah,
know.
it's not easy, man. It's not easy here in Hawaii, being the most
Yeah.
expensive state in the country.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, so I do that. I do that too, and I do other things. The other thing that I do is I try to educate people on Hawaii and the history of Hawaii, and I have Instagram for that. So that's
Oh,
Kane.
tell us about that.
Yeah,
I have a note about what's your Instagram?
yeah. So it's Kane Wahines with an S, not just Wahine, but it's
Can you spell
Kane.
that?
Yeah, actually I'll bring it. I'll bring it up for you guys. I don't know if you guys can see this. So that's my Hawaiian artwork.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's from Chief of War?
Yeah, so this is yeah, right up here. This is Kaiana right here.
Okay.
And let's see. We have Kalekini right here, which is in Thing of War too. But this
Okay.
is about the history. For instance, like, do you know what that is?
No.
What mythical creature in Hawaii is that?
Oh, I
The Menehune.
yes, Manahune.
Yes, yes.
I see them they make the sand sculptures of them in the
Yeah. But I do
Sarah
animated.
Waikiki.
I do animated. That's King Kamehameha.
Yeah. He's not showing pictures of other people. These are things that Wayde makes himself.
Yeah. So that's
Those are his illustrations.
yeah. So that's on Kane Wahine, and that I want people to be educated before they come to Hawaii. So I want them to know about the history and the culture, the myths, the legends. And under every image that I've done, I describe what it is, where it's from, when those. So some are obviously myth and legends, but some are actually real people. And then I just do a lot of different works of either children in Hawaii or men and women in Hawaii or just different parts of history. And I think that's important because there's not many people who do that on the mainland. You don't really have any avenue to actually learn about the people and the culture and the history of Hawaii. And I do recommend that you watch Chief of War on Apple TV because Jason Momoa is a real hero for the Hawaiian people right now. And I think it's going to give them a lot more power and a lot more voice in the future of what gets done and what doesn't get done here in Hawaii. And it's
Well,
an
people know
amazing
more
show.
about it. Yeah, they
Oh,
know more about Hawaii as a
exactly.
result of that.
Exactly. Millions of people are watching it now, whereas before the show existed, no one was. So, I mean, it's just a beautiful made series too. Like it could be a wonderful movie. And I heard he's already got the green light for the second season. So
And there are
it's
a bunch of locals
all
who appear in this.
yeah, all Polynesians everywhere from the Maori of New Zealand, from Tonga, Samoa, Tahiti, Fiji, and Hawaiians, all Polynesians.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've never seen a show like this. So I'm really excited that people get to learn about the history. I mean, they probably they're probably watching it going, this isn't real. I go, no, this is what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Many people think, oh, well, yeah, I think there was like a king or something, and there's like a
Yeah.
kingdom on one
They
of the
have no idea.
islands or a
Yep.
thing or something.
Yep. They have no idea
Yeah.
of, what's happened in Hawaii in the past and how how Hawaii actually became a state,
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I do a bunch of stuff. I try to stay as busy as I can, but the tours are the main thing. When I move to the Big Island, I'll probably continue to let the other guides run the business here, or I might sell it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. But I
Yeah.
prefer to keep going because I would hate not to have a business like this to be able to educate and teach, visitors about the real Hawaii and let them see the places that a lot of people don't get to see.
Well, you have an amazing opportunity to tell the story of Hawaii and show people around Oahu. Like I mean, there's several people. I think I can name four different couples or groups of people that you've taken just from going to Hawaii people. I think one of the first was Janet. You did not a Jeep tour with her. You did a very, very as the name says, very specialized Jeep tour. And man, she just will not shut up about it. She's, the care and personalization and the attention to detail and all the little things you did for her was quite amazing. It was quite amazing. I was
Janet's
impressed
a
with that.
sweetheart. Janet's a sweetheart. I'll be honest with you. She's honestly, I almost wanted to cry because she is exactly. I'm Sicilian. She is. We're both Italian. We're talking about meatballs and spaghetti, and she's just like my mom. She is my mom, and it was like
Oh,
hanging out with my
nice.
mother. It was amazing. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
ready.
so nice.
I'm ready to hang out with her again. I can't.
Well, she's coming back soon.
Well, she comes over for Christmas. We're cooking.
Oh, there you go. Well,
So
do
she
you have
is
an extra
welcome.
chair? Do you
We
have an
have
extra chair?
we always have an extra chair.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
Oh
Well, if we
yeah.
don't run too long, I want to bring her on, have her say hello to you, because I know she was very, very instrumental in getting you on the on Hawaii
Yeah.
Travel Talk. So I want to
Yeah,
make sure that she gets to say hello.
John and
Oh,
Linda.
John and Linda. Oh man.
I have been spending. I mean, they're friends. I have been spending time with them for a decade or more. I don't know how. It's been a long time.
I did
I
not
mean,
know that. I thought it was maybe a couple of times they went with you. I did
oh
not know that.
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
I know them more than anyone else, and they
Yeah.
were going.
They're a great, great couple.
They're a great couple. They were going on tour with me since I was Wade's World Hawaii before Hawaii Jeep and Specialty Tours. So
Wow.
because Wade's World Hawaii, I was the first person in Hawaii to get a GoPro, the first GoPro, and
Oh wow.
I was the first person to film the top of the Ko'olau mountain range. So I
Is
have
that
a
right?
yeah, so I have a large YouTube following, but I stopped making videos in 2018 because I've gotten too damn busy. But I have over 100 videos about the most special places in Hawaii at Wade's World Hawaii, the Poor Man's Guide to Hawaii on YouTube. So if anyone wants to catch up and
Wow.
see, yeah, so if anyone wants to see videos about Hawaii, beautiful videos, then that's where I would go, Wade's World Hawaii on YouTube. But that
Wade's
was,
World Hawaii on YouTube. Wade's
yeah,
World
yeah,
Hawaii on YouTube. Okay.
yeah. That's where I started to do everything. And, I still make money from that because of the advertising. But the problems is the algorithms have changed. And if you're not posting a video now on there every day, it changes. So I just said, you know what,
Yes.
I can't. I did long hour videos about exploring the mountains and just going all around Hawaii. And it takes time. It takes like a month or
Oh,
a
a
couple of
lot.
weeks to produce a video like that. Yeah, I just couldn't keep up. So I said, you know what, I'm going to go over to podcasting because I can actually do one of those every week.
Yeah.
And I'm profiting more from the podcast, from the advertising and stuff than
Yeah.
YouTube has changed a lot. So, but I still
Yeah.
love YouTube.
And
If
it's
I
more
had a
topical. The
yeah,
podcasts are more topical, more
it's
immediate,
true.
and quicker
Yeah,
reaction.
podcasts have become really, really big in the last 5-6 years, maybe or more.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
become really great. So I just moved over to podcasting. I'd love to do the videos still. I just need to hire a crew because I just can't do all that myself anymore. It's too much.
Good
But
luck hiring locals.
uh,
Good luck hiring a local team.
it,
That's not going to
no,
happen.
No,
Yeah.
it's sad. So I don't, unless I come into like $1 million or something, I don't think that's going to happen. So I might do one more video to close off my actual page one day. But yeah, the last video I did was 2018, I believe. And actually it was probably the most dangerous hike we did. And we actually crazily, we got caught in a storm at the top of the Ko'olaus and we lost our GPS.
Oh, that's not good.
No, I was like, this may be it. I was like, but we can't call the
Yeah.
helicopter because it's going to embarrass me.
Yeah. And
So
well, the good thing is you got video of it.
we have a whole video of it. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like this may
Yeah.
be it for us, but it was a great adventure, and it was over 3 days up in the mountains, and we had to go cabin to cabin because I don't know if you know this, but across the entire mountain range, the Ko'olaus and the Waianae mountain range, there's cabins.
Yeah, there's stakeouts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the stakeouts.
I've
Yeah,
not done it, but I know there's stakeouts. Yeah.
it's adventurous, man. It's amazing. The wild raspberries up there and strawberries and everything. You'd have no
Yeah.
idea this stuff is up there in the mountains, but you get a whole new perspective when you get up there because 100% of everything is indigenous. It's like being in Jurassic Park up there, unlike down here where most of the, at the ocean level, sea level is mostly, it's a lot more invasives than indigenous.
Mm.
So a lot of the indigenous birds are up there, and when you go up there, you hear things you've never heard before. So it's amazing up there. I wish everybody could experience that, but not
Yeah,
everyone's
a
capable
little difficult.
of hiking and
Yeah,
climbing. Yeah,
that's a hike.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We
I
do notice though. Yeah,
I
go ahead. I'm sorry.
go ahead. It's a dumb story. Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
we
I was
do
going to tell you
notice.
about the time I went up Olamana when it was like raining like heck. I'm going,
That's
there's
fine.
nothing else
Yeah,
up here.
go ahead. Talk. Yeah, talk
And
about it.
well,
Talk about
I
it.
did. I mean, this is how dumb I was. It was about 10 years ago. And they said, I knew Olamana, but I'd not really studied it that well. And it started raining a little bit in the morning.
Yeah.
I go pull up there. There's a guard shack, and they go, there's going to be a long line of cars. You go to the guard shack. You got to tell the guard what you're going to do, and just walk past him, and he may stop you, may not. And I pull in there. Wade, there wasn't one single car. Not one single car. I pull up and I walked over to the guard shack. I said, yeah, I'm going on the Olamana hike. He goes, not today. I go, yeah. He goes, it's raining. I go, it's not going to rain that much. He goes, it's raining. It's going to be dangerous up there. And I thought, you know what? I'm bulletproof. I can do that. So this God's honest truth. I went all the way up to the first peak before I saw one single person.
Wow.
And I
Was
saw
it
the
raining?
guy I saw was yes, rain the entire time.
So you
And
went
I'd
up that
fallen-
you went up that rock. You went up that rock with the ropes
with
raining.
the two ropes. Yeah.
Good for you.
I
Good for
actually,
you.
I actually went. I was at the base of it, and I'm looking around, going, "Why are there no more people?" But I had fallen probably, no joke, probably 10 times. There's several shelves
Yeah.
as you go up,
Oh,
where
yeah.
to where there's little ropes and all that stuff. Rope slipped out of my hand. I fell, and I had a GoPro on my head, and I had a GoPro on my chest. And when I got to the top of the rope, I swear, and I know the people that are watching this. The only reason I'm saying this is because I know everybody who's been on Facebook and YouTube, they've seen this video, so I don't mind saying it. I got up to the top of the rope, and I'm sitting down there, and I look down, and both GoPros are gone.
Jeez.
I have no idea where they are, but they fell whenever they got, I got knocked off. I kept putting my head up or my hat on. I was feeling up there, and I thought I was feeling it, but it wasn't there. And I'm sitting on the top of that peak. I'm looking down, and the rope's going down. I'm going, I'm going to have to go down. I'm never going to find that GoPro. Never going to find it. Well, one of them fell into my backpack on the side. I said, oh my goodness. Well, where's the other one? And I look down, and I have video that a little pig comes walking out of the trees, raining like hell, mud everywhere. And I look down, and he walks over, and he puts his nose right on my GoPro because it's blinking a little blue light going beep, 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 beep. And that pig goes over, puts his nose on. I went, son of a, that's it.
Wow.
So he heard me. He looks up and takes off front. I went down the rope, got my GoPro, went back up, and went to the second peak. I didn't go to the third peak because that second peak was, God was tapping me on the shoulder saying, brother, I'll give you first two peaks. The third one, you're on your own.
Yeah, God will start talking to you on the second peak.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you.
My friend, I mean, he made a little bit of mistake. I'm not going to mention his name because he'll kill me, but he dropped his phone on the second peak, and he said, well, I'm going to go get it. I go, I don't think that's a good idea. So it was just a little bit off, but he went to go get it, and he slipped, and he fell 40 feet. So
was it raining?
Lived. It was raining, and he lived, though. So you know, Olamana, once you get to second and third
peak, you slip, you can be, if you slip, I mean, it's not a slip and I'm going to catch myself. I don't know how he fell only 40 feet. It's about 3 foot wide at its widest, but there's some parts are like a foot, and it's all the way down one side and all the way down the other. You're out of, when I look back in retrospect, I was so dumb for doing it, but I just didn't think about it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, that's another thing in my videos too, like on YouTube. I explain to everybody, this is a hike you want to do if you're experienced, or this is a hike you want to do if you're just beginning, because and when you look up the hikes on, like, let's say TripAdvisor or whatever, and they just say, go to the place 5 stars. I go, but they don't really explain to you that you could die on this thing. I mean, it's just like, oh, by the way, you could die, so make sure you know what you're doing.
There's an asterisk on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of hikes that, I mean, over my 30 years here, I've lost 3 friends. So I mean, so it's kind of sad. I mean, if you're in hiking groups or you're involved in hiking in your time here and it's something you love to do, guaranteed someone who passed away, And
Yeah.
it's not honestly relatively their fault. It's because of the erosive terrain of Hawaii, because everything is volcanic rock and it's very porous and
Right.
erosive. And, at any time, like my other friend, you're not going to believe this, but if you go, do you ever hear of the Pali Notches?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Of course. Yeah.
if you go on beyond the Pali Notches, and there's the chimney, and
Okay.
it's a rope.
That I don't know about.
Okay, so my friend Agnes, very famous, we call her Angel because we don't know how she lived. Um, she's probably one of the best hikers in all of Hawaii. And the ground, as she was going up the chimney, grabbing onto the rope, the ground
Oh
just
no.
gave out on her. She jumped, grabbed the rope snapped,
Oh.
and she fell 300 feet.
Oh my goodness.
She lived. She just broke every bone in her body.
She's
And she
so
was
lucky, or maybe
she
she's
is
not.
well, what happened was she ended up landing into a tree and going, you ever see that Rocky
Yeah.
scene when the helicopter shit
Yeah.
hit Rocky? That's
There's
exactly what
nothing to
happened.
break your fall.
This tree
You're
did
gonna
break. Well,
fall.
this tree
Oh.
broke her fall, but that's why it broke every bone in her body.
Wow.
And but she survived, and now she's pretty much looks like, when she goes through the metal detector, she's the Terminator. So,
Yeah.
but she survived, and we could have lost another one in her. So it doesn't matter how great of a hiker you are; it's the terrain you got to be careful of. But the good thing is, you don't have to worry about any really animals that can hurt you. You don't have to worry about snakes. You don't have to worry about
Yeah.
bears or
Mountain
mountain lions.
lions.
Yeah, you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about any or jaguars or anything like that. So you just got to be concerned about the environment. And once you get past that, just assume everything you step on is slippery. That's what I
Yeah.
say.
I've done Crouching Tiger, and there were
Yeah.
rocks all along there. And I normally don't take selfies. I mean, for God's sakes, look at my dog picture. But I don't take
Yeah.
selfies that much. And I'm sitting there, I go, oh, you know what? This is such a cool shot. And I went to take it. And I took the shot, and I went to look down at the camera, and I go, oh, the sun was shining straight down on me. And I took a step forward to get off the rock. And the rock that I was standing on, and about 3 foot around it, it was lava rock, went and was just gone.
Exactly.
And it went down the beach side, and dude, I would have been gone.
That's how that girl
it's just
died.
lucky.
There was a young girl. She was taking a selfie for Instagram, and she backed up too much, slipped, and died there.
Yeah, that'll
So
happen.
it'll happen. It happens a lot here, and I know someone that was it was so windy at the top of the mountain range.
Well, let's wrap it up and talk about the just polish it off on the specialty Jeep tours.
So we have a certain list of tours. We have like 6 tours. I used to have a lot more, but we're kind of shrinking it down. But honestly, any tour is customizable. So you can pick a tour, but then you can discuss with our secretary, Leolani. She'll talk to you in email. And we can customize any tour. So if there's things you want to add, things you want to subtract, or anything like that, we can do that for you. And
that's excellent.
Yeah, most of our tours start at 9 a.m. and they'll go to half days will go to like 12 or 1. And then our full tours will go all the way to like, I don't know, like 9 to 5, 9 to 6, just depends. Okay. If I like you guys, I'll hang out with you longer if it's me.
Well, Lance, don't count on any extra time there, Lance. But I do want to announce this, that out of the goodness of his heart, and in spite of John Hay, Wayde has agreed to create a 4-hour exclusive going to Hawaii tour. It's going to be, I think he said $124. We'll confirm that. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be available, I think, either Thursday or Friday. I'll confirm that, and I'll post it on the Facebook page so you guys will know.
And you'll have me. You'll have me.
Yes, and him.
It'll be
and
me.
We'll have the discount. Yeah. Is there a bigger discount if they take you, or is it more expensive?
It is what it is. Whatever price we come up with, that'll be it. Okay. It's not more. It's not more expensive. It's not more expensive.
Okay. Okay. Good. All right. So that's an added bonus, and that's going to be a great tour. A 4-hour tour would be the exclusive GTH tour. We'll put all the details in a post, and we're going to be doing a giveaway. He's committed to 2, and if we have a good enough turnout, we may do a 3rd, and all the details on how to enter. But it will be 1 giveaway per family. And these tours, because they are exclusive and they are booked up, you must book it out what, 30 days in advance?
Yeah, at least a
least
month.
something?
A month in advance. Yeah.
A month in advance. So we'll
Well,
go over all
that's
those
all. Yeah,
details.
yeah, yeah. That's also to ensure that you get me, because I have a busy schedule, so I have to make
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
I got that all taken care of.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
very good. So I'm going to
yeah,
put all that in the post. Terry will approve it, and we'll do the post. We'll do like a 2-week giveaway for the first tour. And yeah, that's it. Do you want to
yeah.
say hello to Janet? Do you want to say hello to Janet?
Aloha, Janet. I don't know if
Well,
John is
let's see if
there or
she's on
Linda
here.
is there.
Yeah, I was going to say John and Linda. Let's do one
Yeah.
at a time. Let's do Janet. Do you see that's the code I just put in there? If you're available, I'll see if she is. And then John, as soon as we'll wrap up with you, and I didn't let John or Linda know this. So
Oh,
if you guys can do it, come on. I can see you on the back end. So Janet, if you're around and you can see that link there, I'll just talk with Wayde a little bit more. On the topic, Wayde, of
yeah,
produce.
yeah, yeah.
Since
Go
we were
ahead.
talking, yeah.
Yeah.
So how angry does it make you to go to a farmer's market and then go to Safeway and see that the bananas and the avocado that are being sold at the farmer's market are so much better than what you're paying more for at Safeway? How angry does that make you?
Well, it makes me very upset. I think
Yeah,
that's also one of the main reasons why we just recently did a podcast on it, because it's getting to a point where it's getting ridiculous. You can't like, for a week of groceries at Safeway, it'll cost you $400. Well, depending on what you
yeah,
get. If you want to eat reasonably healthy, you can go eat a bunch of garbage that's cheaper with a bunch of sodium in it, but that's not good for you. But yeah, if
yeah.
you, I honestly, I don't go to Safeway anymore. I go to farmers markets, and if I want a lot of something, I'll go to Costco. So
Yeah.
I'll split it with people or whatever. I go to the North Shore to get my eggs. If I want cheese or butter or soaps, I go to the goat farm on the North Shore.
Okay.
So, and I wanna like, yeah, you can't deny Costco. At certain things, they got really good prices. So I'll get what
Yeah,
I
they
need
do.
there. I'll get what I need there in bulk, and then the rest of the stuff I'll get from farmers markets on the weekends and other locations that are open. Um, I think also, though, the local eggs, I'm kind of shocked and surprised, and I want to get to the bottom of it, of why they're a little higher than I would expect. I don't think they're doing themselves
Mm,
any justice.
yeah.
You go over to what is it, the Wailua? Is it the Wailua eggs over there on the North Shore? And they want like
Mm,
10.99 a dozen. I mean, I
that's
don't.
too much.
I think that, I'm like, why are you guys doing this?
Yeah,
I go, you're selling this to local people. They can't afford that. And then if you go to
yeah,
Costco, you can get 2 dozen for $8.
yeah. It's exactly.
But
And they
that's at
say there are a
Costco.
couple of, yeah, and
Yeah.
local eggs too, if I recall right.
Some of them are local. The $8 ones are Kirtland, so they're their
Yeah,
company. And then
yeah,
you do have the Wailua sells their eggs there too, and they're
yeah.
cheaper at Costco than if you go to them directly. Does that make any sense?
No, it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't.
So
Yeah,
I don't get that. So I might want. Next time I'm up there, I may question them about that.
yeah, that'd be
Um,
good.
yeah, but
All right,
I
let's see
mean,
if Janet's here.
yeah.
Janet, can you hear me okay, Janet? All right, here we go. Let's see how
Oh,
this works.
Aloha,
I'm gonna try
Paisano.
something, guys. Let's
aloha!
see.
I didn't know you could do this.
Let's-
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, let's do stay with me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, this is
All right,
awesome.
I'm not trying to put me on there, but that's the let me see. Yeah, one more try. Let's do
That's
it like
cool.
this. Okay.
Is John
What's
and
up,
Linda there? They
Janet?
may not have it though. What's up?
Yeah, Linda, and John, if you're there, you have the link. Let me put it in here, John or Linda, or both right here. There's a link. So how's your world there, Janet?
It's great. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
You
going
have
to be
a
here in not too long.
Yeah. And about a month. I never do a countdown of days, but it's somewhere around a month. And I will be there for 2 weeks.
October.
Excellent.
In
Excellent.
October. Yes.
Nice.
I'm gonna be,
So
celebrating my
Janet,
birthday.
let's let's embarrass Wayde for a second.
Okay.
When you told me, you said, "Oh, Tony, there's this guy went on this great thing, and it was a very it wasn't like a tour you went on. You didn't go on like a let's go, eat shrimp and go to farmers markets and stuff like that." And I remember I met with you right after you went, and you were in a good way a wreck, but in a
Yeah.
very positive, glowing, happy. So what did this know nothing, just regular tour guide guy do that was so special? I mean, tell us about that.
Well, it was my first day of that trip, and I needed to do something very special. A very close friend of mine, a Hawaiian, a local Hawaiian, passed away, and I needed to do a send off for him. And they did not do a funeral yet for him because of some family issues that they needed to get some sick family people over. So we're waiting on that. But I needed to do my own send off. And my friend's name was Ty. And Ty had taken me to a location on the island that I had never been to before. And this is a while back. And I had always said, I don't know what it is about that location. I just feel so connected. And I enjoyed being there. I kicked my shoes off. I felt like I belonged there. And I never understood it. And one day on another trip, I said something to Ty, and I said, I don't know what it is about that place. I said, I just love being there. I felt so good. I felt so connected to the ground. I felt connected. I just couldn't figure any other way to say it. And he said to me, he said, are you talking about the jumping off point? And I said, what? And you know me. I mean, sometimes I can't help my Jersey mouth. And I said to him, what are you talking about, jumping off point? I said, do people go there to commit suicide or what? What are you telling me? So he said to me, and then he briefly explained, I'm yanking the cords out of the wall here. He briefly, here I am, Italian, right? He said to me, that's where your spirit goes.
Yeah.
To leave this plane and go to the next area. And then it started to make sense to me that that's why I felt so connected. Because Tony, and a few of the other members know, I am an empath, and I can feel pain, others' pain.
I think Janet froze up on me.
Yeah, she did. She just froze on me too.
Then she has a back connection.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny though? It froze up when she was talking about spirits.
Yep, exactly. Oh, I'm an empath. Yeah. How about this? How about this?
That's crazy.
Yeah. But she dropped off.
Well, she might come back, but let me explain a little bit about what she was talking about. Yeah, that's the jumping
please
off.
do. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the jumping off point for Hawaiian.
I see you, Hayes. I'll bring you on in just a second.
Yeah, that's a jumping off point for Hawaiian souls, and it's a pretty large area. There's one specific rock out at Kaena Point where you actually jump off of, but it's kind of, you can go anywhere. And she was telling me, I want to go to the jump off point of Kaena Point, and I'm like, Are you sure you really want to do that, Janet? Because that's a hike. I mean, we got to hike out to that. And she says, well, bring me like at least close to it. Because I was a little nervous, if we were actually going to hike. And I didn't mind off-roading in the Jeep to get to it at Kaena Point because I have a pass to get through the gate. But I was just worried about climbing up that rock and actually getting to that point because, I got her a lei.
It's no easy thing.
No, I got her a lei to put up there and everything. I was a little worried we would not be able to do that. So we got to a point where it was close enough where she could feel what she needed to feel. and she was able to do like a ceremony. And I was able to get some really good shots of it. I kind of feel those things too. So like the night marchers, that's a really known big location.
Someone mentioned that earlier. Yeah, someone mentioned that earlier.
I don't know if you know about the night marches, but those are the souls who feel that they haven't died yet, and they're warriors. You know, like they die in battle, and then they don't realize they're dead. And so that in the evening, that's a big area where the night marchers march with their torches and their conch shells. So it's a very, very sacred place, and it's a very if you feel those things, then you'll feel it around there. Just like, you know, often when I go up to the New Uanu Pali and the old Pali Road, it's very haunted.
It's very spiritual around here.
It's very spiritual. It's just in general, it's a spiritual place, Hawaii in general.
Yeah.
So, so if you feel those things, like Janet's going to feel those things around the island.
Well, Wade, we have the haze here. You guys ready, haze? Here we go. Let's give it a shot. There you go. You see him, John and Linda? What's going on?
Hey guys.
Going,
hey, have you started putting up your Grinch stuff yet? I just took my Grinch mug off the shelf. You know, I put it on the shelf now, so it's there starting now. It's only September. I'm putting my Grinch up. Oh my God.
We'll be there for Christmas, buddy.
Yeah, I know exactly. So what are you going to do? You're not going to put up your stuff?
No, not this year.
Oh, that's a bummer. I love seeing all the Grinch stuff you guys, have. I love the Grinch.
I might bring my toque.
Yeah. So how you guys doing?
Really good.
Good,
really
good.
How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm doing good. How's the weather over there? Starting to get cool yet?
Yeah, not bad. It's about 7 degrees in the morning, and then it warms up to 28. So
all right, right
Fahrenheit.
on. Celsius.
Yeah, we're Celsius. Sorry.
Yeah.
When are you guys coming back to Oahu, Hayes?
January or February 10th to January 10th.
December.
Oh, never mind. December 10th.
Backward?
John, you're going backwards.
I know. Yeah, I'm getting old. December 10th to January 10th.
Oh, when are we hanging out again?
All right.
The 30th.
The 30th.
December
okay.
30th.
All right.
Nice.
Right on.
Excellent.
Ken and Teresa.
Oh yes, I haven't met them yet.
Yeah, this is going to be their first time going to Hawaii, and they're just rocking, stoked up there.
Well, what
John and Linda, what is it you liked about the one of the tours or some of the tours you've done? I know you've done a number of them now with Wade. What is it that makes his tour stand out? Because you've really pushed him a lot, and I thought you just had met him. I didn't know you had a long history.
Oh, no.
We came over. Linda and I both came over in 2014.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
2015, and I was looking on his YouTube channel and watching his videos, and I thought, man, this guy's a cool cat. And the first time we met him, it was just like we knew him for years and years and years, and we hung out all day. And
Excellent.
he took us to some places that. I don't know, that one you're talking about, the night marchers. I brought that one up.
Yeah.
And that
Hey,
one we went across that bridge, and everything went from one side of the bridge, and we came back was on the other side of the bridge, and going through the bamboo forest and everything. Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's the 7 bridges, and what happens is the Kamapua'a, which is the pig god that was in a relationship with Pali. He's a trickster like Maui, and what he did is he changes the bridges on us when we return. I get nervous on that hike myself.
I know you had putting your tea leaves on your under your Jeep and stuff.
Yep. I know. I even carry them with me because you don't want those spirits coming out with us when we leave.
That's a cool place. That all the houses and that are overgrown with vegetation and the bamboo forest up there.
Yeah, that's the original Manoa village that was created before the one that exists now. That was right up against the mountains, right where the waterfalls are.
Yeah, that's
cool. Is that location on one of your tours?
No, that's what happens with me. Like, we just go and do things.
I see.
So it's that wouldn't be a hiking trail that would be on a tour. But if it's like if we discuss and we talk about like which we did with these guys, we talk, well, what do you want to do? You want to do something different? You want to go a hike that's no one's ever, that a lot of people don't see. And that's what we did. We had to go through the old Manoa village first to get to this waterfall. And actually, there's a lot of Hawaiian heiaus on this trail that no one's ever seen.
Yeah.
So it was really beautiful. And John did good on that hike. I think Linda was a little nervous.
Yeah. John had to shed some blood in that one.
Yes, he did.
All right.
It was a good hike, though.
That's excellent.
It was a great hike. Yeah.
Well, John and Linda, I appreciate you coming on. I'm sorry Janet lost. I think she just lost her connection, but we'll bring her on again.
Yeah.
We brought you on here, kept you on here longer than what we should have. But I do appreciate it. I'm going to bring Janet on just to say hi. She's back there.
Oh, she
Let's see what
too?
4 people look. Let's see what 4 people look like. There you go.
This is cool.
Janet.
This is cool.
Yeah.
My
So
internet's
this is what we need to do when we get like 4 or 5 people on here talking about different things. But Wayde, I appreciate your time. I know you can't stay on much longer, but
Yeah.
Hayes, thank you for coming on. And Janet, any last words from? Let's go with the Hayes first. Any last words, Hayes?
See you in 83 days, buddy.
See you in 83 days.
All right.
And
Yay. All right.
if you go with Wayde, you won't steer you wrong, as Janet knows, and we were glad to introduce her to him. So he's a stand-up guy.
That's
It's word of mouth, and that's what we love here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. I think Janet froze up again.
Janet
did you
froze up
freeze
again.
Janet.
Yeah, she froze up again. All right.
She's
Well, I'll
the
give
woman
you
with see, that's what Jersey gets you. Bad connections.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That Joyzy. That Joyzy.
Yeah.
Joyzy.
Tony,
Yes,
I
sir.
heard there was meatballs in December. I heard.
Yeah.
Meatballs.
Meatballs and spaghetti.
Oh, yes.
I'm in.
For sure. There will be some
Yeah.
bocconcino. There.
Yeah.
You know what? Since this has gone completely off the rails already,
Tony, Tony, please, where? Yeah, that is an excellent place for Sicilian food. But where else can I go for Italian? Because I'm not happy with the selections.
bocconcino.
Yeah, I go there, but what?
Oh.
Where else? I mean, where else can I go?
That's
place
good.
is
That's good. Not well. There's appetitos. That's
yeah.
No,
tough.
but listen. Oh, you're from Boston, so you probably will hate this. But
What?
there's
I like
a
New
New
York.
York
Yeah,
style.
that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, there's a New York way. You better take the hat off. Probably, it's a New York style sourdough pizza place that's coming in on Kuhio, right by Nahua,
Really?
right
Oh,
next door
okay.
to Paia Fish Market.
Okay.
Paia Fish Market. Yeah, it's going in there. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll
that's
try
something
that.
we do. We do actually. You know what I'd love to do? I want to do. There's another partner I want to do this with, but I would love to do this with you. I'd love to do an episode called "Let's Eat," where we're going to start taking people that we have on our Hawaii travel talks, and you pick a restaurant, we'll pay for it, and we go in there and just talk about like what we just talked about, but have a great meal. Would you be interested in doing that?
Well, I don't know if you know, but I was a Sicilian chef too.
Oh, was that
I know.
right? Well, hang on.
So-
I think I just filled out my bingo card on Wayde. I think I did
Yeah.
every single
yeah,
career
so-
that we could have.
I mean that paid my way through college. So yeah, and my grandmother ran a restaurant in Sicily, so I learned from her. So
well, that's excellent. So you like
I'm ready.
bocconcino?
Oh, I love it. It's very good Sicilian food. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
good. So, but the thing
Yeah.
is, being Italian and being a chef, it's very hard to find good Italian food. And honestly, this is another crazy thing I wanted to do. I wanted to open a food truck, a meatball sub and Italian sausage food truck. I don't have time for this.
You don't have time
No.
to do the stuff that you're doing. Yeah.
No, but
No.
it would have been nice because we need a place that has good meatballs.
Yes, for sure. You know but hey, I will tell you this about the meatballs. What John was talking about. You're going to laugh when I say this, but I'm telling you, some of the best I've had. It's the meatballs at Skybox
Get out of
on
here.
the 3rd level. I swear to God, I swear to you. I ordered them for happy hour, just doing a let's eat.
Are they as big as
No,
my head,
no.
or are they like this?
No, they're about in between there. They're about the size of your fist, and
Oh,
they
that's not
are
too bad.
tasty.
Okay.
They are tasty. They're not gargantuan like commercial style, but they are very, very, very good. I was shocked.
I'll have to try
Yeah,
that then.
I was
Yeah.
shocked.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I'm more
gotta
than
try.
welcome. I'm more than welcome to do a food segment and go places with
Oh,
you.
I
Try
would love to do that.
I can make the time. Yeah, I can make the time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, for sure. And John said
Hey,
he's
if
paying
it's
for it,
food,
so that's even
food,
better.
food, I'll make the time.
Yeah.
That podcast can wait.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much, Hayes. Thank you very much. I'll let you go. Let's
Okay.
wave to the Hayes.
See
Aloha.
you guys soon.
See you in
Thanks,
83
Wade.
days.
Thanks, Tony.
Aloha.
Bye-bye.
Aloha,
Thank
man.
Okay,
Awesome.
guys, let's get don't get scared by this, Wade. Let's give, I think on Facebook we could do it. Let's give him a heart attack if you guys would. There you go, Dorothy. There you go, Dorothy. It's where we give a bunch of hearts, and it's just a way for us to thank you and give
Right
you
on.
whatever positive vibes you may need in your life today, everybody. So let's try. There you go. Check out Linda. That's what I'm talking about. So let's give him a heart attack while we thank him very much for his time. You are very gracious with it. Wade, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Do you have any final message? You're going to be reaching probably about 10 or 12,000 travelers or people interested in Hawaii. What's your message?
Live aloha. That's it.
Oh,
Really.
wow.
I mean,
There you go.
we've discussed a lot of things, and honestly, I don't think this will be the last time I'm going to be on here. You can bring me back to talk about anything as long as we set it up. I'll come back anytime and talk to you. And
That's very gracious of you. That's nice.
Yeah, we'll just educate people on Hawaii so they have a more of appreciation when they come here.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time. So it's Hawaii Specialty Jeep Tours. We're going to have his great promotion and the giveaway posted on Facebook no later than Friday, but probably Thursday tomorrow. Listen to his podcast, get his ebook, buy his merch. And I personally think above, what's that?
YouTube. Check everything out.
YouTube. Yeah, check everything out on YouTube. And for me, selfishly, I love that this man does 808 cleanups. He's been an unidentified hero of mine for a long time, and I do appreciate it. I think that's an amazing work that you do, my friend.
Thank you.
I do appreciate it. Wade, thank you for your time, sir. I appreciate it. We will see you again, my friend.
All right.
Aloha. Bye. Okay, guys. So what did you think of that? What a cool dude, huh? I mean, if he would concentrate on working a full week, like 5 days instead of just 3 days and part-time, I think he could get some stuff done. Isn't that crazy? He's got a tour company and writes books, and he does those illustrations I was looking up just as we were as he was showing them, or just a little bit after that. Those are amazing illustrations. He's a hell of an artist. He does some really good work. Really good work. So you guys like that? Yeah, I did too. So we're going to put up the promotion. We're going to give away 2 half-a-day exclusive GTH tours, and we're going to be tagging his Facebook page. So let's get a lot of tags out for him. All the details, the timeline, the expiration date, everything will be listed in the post. And I really do appreciate it. If you guys are watching on Facebook, make sure you go over to YouTube, would you, and give it a little bit of a watch, maybe a like if you would. And if you're watching this stream and you're not following us on Facebook or YouTube, please consider doing that. We have interviews like this once a week, every Wednesday. It's called Hawaii Travel Talk. Throughout the week on YouTube and Facebook, we have walking tours of Waikiki, live drive streams around the island. We'll be doing many more of those. We have a Let's Eat segment where we go around to various food trucks and restaurants, and we do live stream reviews of food, happy hours, steaks, seafood, Mexican food, whatever we feel like eating. And everything that we do is IRL, or as the kids say, in real life. Everything's in real life. We don't have produced videos. We don't have fancy editing. You see it as it happens. We walk into the restaurant, we order it. So if it takes a long time, you're going to be sitting there with us. If it's great service, you'll see it. If it's bad service, you'll see that too. If we have to send something back, which we have had to in the past, you'll see that too. But it's all IRL. And I think you guys learn a lot more from that as opposed to the produced, polished videos. All right. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and do the 4 L's here. Let's get 4 L's. 4 L's. Hopefully you laugh, learn, love, like this stream. And Lucille, as you've heard, she's right here, and she is waiting for breakfast or lunch. 4 L's and 1 more for Lucille. I would appreciate it. If this is your first stream, hopefully it's not your last. If it's your last, just look at all the cool stuff you're going to be missing out on. And just know that I love and appreciate every second, every minute, every hour, every day that I get to show you really great humans like Wayde. I just think that guy is a blessing for Hawaii. Thank you very much. Thank you to the Hayes. Thank you, Janet. Sorry we lost you, but you'll be on again. And thank you once again for Wayde for spending so much time with us. He went way over the time, and I do appreciate that. Guys, we will talk to you later. Aloha.